Hi everyone, this is Angela. Welcome back to my channel, The Spiritual Traveler. Um, I decided to go live today for the second time ever. The first time I had no idea what I was doing, still probably don't. Um, but Simon at Hermit's Cave has inspired me to go live, and I just wanted to talk about the different cards that uh, I've been getting the last couple weeks. It's weird. There's been like a trend. Like the first couple weeks, it was uh, crazy because, and I'm trying to figure out how to because I'm still new to all this. Um, Hi, Susie. Uh, so it's been crazy the last few weeks. I knew intuitively, instinctively, whatever, that I was going to be on work furlough at some point, even though my job is considered an essential job. It didn't dawn on me once we were told, hey, we're essential, we're good. Um, it didn't dawn on me that still the product that we sell, people may not buy it. So work went down in a matter of 4 days, and everybody got work furloughed except for like 5 people. Um, it I knew that this was going to happen, but at the same time, it just kind of weirdly hit me that uh, the it's weird because I breathed a sigh of relief when they said we're essential, and then at that moment, it didn't dawn on me that even though we're an essential job, it could be, um, you know, it still go down because we still may be laid off because productivity is down. And I've been home for 3 weeks now, ready to lose my mind because I'm home with the kids, I'm home with the dogs all day, every day. We're in quarantine here in Kansas City, Missouri. Not supposed to really go anywhere, but we are having to go to the grocery stores and things like that. And um, I the first week I was like, okay, I filed for my unemployment, which is what we were supposed to do. And I got in and got out real quick. Thank you, Susie. Uh, and I've been hearing horror stories about how everybody um, wasn't able to get on unemployment, and that's the thing that was scaring me. And uh, but I got in. I went in on a Saturday, filed unemployment, got it approved like immediately, and I'm like, okay, cool. This is cool. And then you have to do a weekly file after that, and the weekly uh, after I did my um, initial thing and got approved for it, I was like, okay, now I can sigh a sigh of relief because everything's been set in motion. From what I'd heard, the only thing that was an issue was people getting on it and applying. So um, I was like, okay, I sighed a sigh of relief. I did a bunch of videos on YouTube. I did a bunch of readings. I did a whole bunch of things. I was very productive week one. Uh, and I kept pulling the Lover's card, which is my year card. And I didn't pull it out here. It might be pulled out here. Um, oh, Lord. I, I'm not prepared for lives either, apparently. um, but this is from my Light Seers Tarot. This is my, if you've watched any of my previous videos, this is my baby, my soul deck, my year card. And so it just made sense to me that, I need to spend this year really trying to, uh, really trying to open myself up and learn to love more and learn to care about things more. And uh, then COVID-19 hit. And so uh, it's crazy because the first week, everything went smoothly. I got my first check for unemployment. The additional government funds that they're supposed to be handing out hadn't gone out yet. It actually went out this past Monday, this past Monday. And I was getting a little stressed because I hadn't got it. Everybody I worked with had gotten it. And every single day, like I did a week ahead spread on Monday, every card was a pentacle, talking about money and all. It was just crazy how the spread went. And then every single day, except for yesterday, I pulled a pentacle last week or this week. But the week before, I kept pulling swords every day. And it was just crazy because it was like a kind of a roller coaster, matching my mood, kind of pulling on these cards. And it was crazy that they were literally matching what I was going through every week. Last week, I was a little less productive. By midweek, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing anything. I did about 4 or 5 videos Monday and Tuesday. I was like, okay, I'm done with doing videos for a minute. And then when I didn't get the 600 from the additional funds from the government, and I got my measly, tiny. I know it's bad that I'm saying that, but it's a percentage of what you make. So from the regular unemployment, so it's not a whole lot of money. Um, so I've got that one time in 3 weeks. And I just found out today that the last week that I had registered for somehow didn't go through. And so I don't know when I'm going to get paid again. I don't know when the additional funds are coming. And it's really had me this week just like pulling my hair out, stressed to the max. And it's been a crazy week with, up and down emotions. And I found myself snapping at people. I found myself getting angry very easy. And then today I pulled the Queen of Cups, and it just kind of almost instantly calmed me down, because I see the Queen and I had her right on top, and now she's not here. Um, let me see if I can find her here. Oh, Lord. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, pulled the Queen of Cups today, and to me, it was like it wasn't a slap in the face, but it was like, come on, you need to calm down, find your balance, find your equilibrium, and meditate. Because I haven't been meditating or anything because I've just been sitting here daily, just sitting here focused on if there's something coming in the mail, if I'm getting anything. And so I basically this week have kind of put my life on hold other than my daily card pull I do in the morning. And she's a general reminder that you need to get off your butt, go back to your normal routine, do things that make you happy. So you're not sitting here stressed 24/7 about this. And then, yeah, it was like an instant, you need to calm down. And then last night, I haven't pulled anything. I'm like, I've been very sad. I know part of that has to do with my emotions and stuff going on with all the money issues. Um, and I know there's some people out there that haven't got anything yet, which stinks. And I'm sorry for them. And I feel like I just shouldn't even say, I'm upset that I haven't got anything, because there's some people that haven't got anything at all, and I've at least got one check come in 3 weeks. But it kind of aggravates me that my everybody I work with that's on work furlough has gotten not only all their checks, but they got the additional 600. They also got paid for this week, and I'm like, I haven't even filed for this week because I'm not supposed to yet. So I don't know how. And it's just, uh, if I knew how the government was dispersing of all this money and stuff, it would help me out a little bit better, ease my mind a little bit more, but I don't. So it's just kind of a waiting game at this point. But last night I was sitting here and I was like, okay, um, thanks, Susie. Even though you're the only person here, well, there's looks like there may be another person here, but they haven't commented. But thank you. um, and I did this live video mainly just to kind of get it out there and just talk about what's been going on the last couple of weeks with me. But uh, last night I went to one of my older Oracle decks that I haven't used in a while, and that's the Black Moon astrology cards. And I pulled a card from here, and I had to share this because this is this is spirit. It's crazy. Um, I love these cards. They have like the houses and the moon phases. I don't know if you can see that well. Um, they're gorgeous cards. I love them. Um, yeah. So yeah, and they have all the elements. It's like basically all the astrology symbols and signs and everything that you need in one deck. But I pulled from it last night because I haven't used it in a while. I'm like, I'm gonna see what's going on with that, the astrology aspect of everything. And the card I pulled was Virgo, and I analyzed, and I was like, seriously, because I am a Virgo. And I was like, wow, this is nuts. And so I want to read to you what this card says. And I'm like, it's exactly me. Um, it says, Virgo, I analyze. Do not anticipate trouble or worry about what may never happen. Keep in the sunlight. And that right there says it all. But the rest of this says worry and organization are the key traits of the sign Virgo of this card. Virgo is picky and exacting. That's me. They can be insanely organized. They are very helpful to others. They tend to be critical, but usually this criticism is applied to themselves, and that's me all over. They are conscientious and highly intelligent. Thanks. Virgo natives prefer to step back and analyze before moving ahead. Virgos are true worrywarts. True. Much of their worry focuses on health, possible disasters, and any sudden change which they dread. They would make much prefer to a return to simpler times. And I think that's funny because I've had a lot of in the last year. I've had a lot of disaster dreams, natural disaster dreams, and I don't know if that was like a precognitive thing to what was coming with this virus. I don't know, but um, I do always tend to look at the oh my god, what's the worst thing that can happen here? Um, and I'm working on that. The sign of Virgo governs the sixth house of health, natural remedies, and analysis. Diet and nutrition are also dominant things for this Mercury ruled sign. Virgo natives make the best doctors, nurses, health workers, teachers, and librarians. I wanted to be a librarian when I was a kid. They are excellent writers, which I'm trying to make it as a writer, so that's dead on. For not so, but not so much public speakers. And it took me forever to start this channel because I'm not a public speaker. They abhor bringing attention upon themselves as they feel this might attract criticism. True. They have brains that buzz like bees, and this can be exhausting. Virgos are highly strung. They overthink, then plan against what might go wrong, and hate it when things do go wrong. And that is me to a T. Virgo shy away from chaos and detest disarray. It isn't unusual for Virgo natives to keep books and musical collections in alphabetical order. The everyday chaos of life causes them to fret, leaving them restless and nervous. They tend to suppress what they are feeling, which can bring on stress-related illness. Those born under this sign love cleanliness and have diligent hygiene habits. They fear disease and germs. If this card presents itself during a reading, look to concerns about health, lifestyle, and your job. If you are expecting things to go normally or as planned, this will not likely be the case. Watch out for critical people who seem to pick on at all you do, or perhaps you are now the picky person. Your mind may be beleaguered by worries, none of them health, some of them health related. Other worries may be that things have gotten out of control. This card sometimes indicates hospital doors, meaning medical tests and visits to the doctor. Alternative health approaches and a better diet may appeal to you now. Dealing with health issues, the workings of your own body, as well as those of your family or friends. Any factor, that's my phone. You may feel you have every disease you read or learn about. Uh, Hold on, I lost my place. But you could be beleaguered by worries that border on hypochondria, and sometimes I do that. You may begin to have symptoms with little explanation as to why they occur. You may go for medical tests, but this card does not necessarily indicate a serious illness. This card also signifies a good time to get rid of your clutter. Living a cleaner life, focus on details and doing what needs to be done are now your focus. Other concerns would be your daily routine, 9 to 5 responsibilities, and mundane going on that may need your attention. Getting organized will enable you to get where you belong, where you're going. Yeah, so that's crazy. And then the corresponding tarot card to this card is the Hermit card, and that is my astrological card also. So totally me. Uh, and I just wanted to share that because that was ridiculous. um, yeah, see, Susie, you're Gemini. Let me see if I can find that, and I'll read a little bit to you what the Gemini is, since you're the only one here. I've not got a lot of followers yet on here, so I contemplating doing the live because I knew people weren't going to show up, but I'm glad you're here. And I'm sorry, I'm still looking. They're all out of order because I used them. Haven't put them back in order since the last time I used them. And there are 56 cards in this, 52 cards in this deck. I do watch the Hermes Cave. I just watched his live earlier. You said Gemini. There we go. Let me see, 15. Okay, so it's Gemini, and I think is your card. Can you see it good? I know there's a glare on my computer. And the little quote on Gemini says, "No one is free. Even the birds are chained to the sky." Wow. Communication is key. Be versatile and quick at this time. You must also be mindful because people are talking. Gemini is a charming sign full of whimsy and fun and is ruled by the planet Mercury, named after the Roman god of wit and winged thoughts. Geminis are chatty and their minds act like quicksilver. Geminis prefer to do things fast, not because they're boisterous, but because they become bored with anything tedious and not immediately fun. Words are everything to a Gemini. They adore books, but hardly ever read them entirely. That's funny. What is most important to a Gemini is an exchange of ideas and communication. I love that. However, they like to discuss ideas, but tend to be poor listeners. Geminis are fascinated by their own thoughts rather than the ideas of others. As Geminis are curious about everything, they tend to be experts on a number of different topics. They also love stories and gossip. Those intelligent minds should always be fed, whether with gossipy tales or the most erudite or philosophical pursuits. They like both. They usually have a small computer on their person to access social media and play games. I love that. So that's your card. And I just thought, yeah, usually this deck is like the book is amazing. It's so accurate. It's crazy. Um, yeah, so that is the Black Moon astrology cards, and they are amazing. Um, oh my God, I've already been on here 21 minutes. I can talk a lot. My husband's right. So yeah, that's the yeah, and that's the cover of the Black Moon astrology cards. And yeah, so I don't know what else to talk about now, honestly. I pulled the cups card today. I showed you my lover's card, Jack of all trades. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, you're welcome. Um, yeah, so I thought I would go on here because it's at least distracting me for at least 20 some odd minutes or more from constantly thinking about the stuff I'm supposed to be getting. You too, Susie. And so, yeah, I've been stalking the mailman, really stalking him, just because I have decks that I bought prior to all this happening and haven't got any of them because probably the mail. Um, oh, yeah, I did pull the world card yesterday, and that made me smile. It's really pretty. But yeah, I just said I would come on here. I might do a little ghost story later. It probably won't be live. Becca will be on at 1 p.m. my times Pacific. Okay, cool. I will go check her out because uh, I just started watching the Tarot Times, and I never saw her before, so um, kind of got introduced to her and Elle on the Tarot Times, so that was pretty cool. I actually have a Facebook group I started called the Virus Times a couple weeks ago, maybe when I first went on furlough. It's all writers, everybody that wants to join. Even if you're not a writer, you can join and see all the different things that are being written during the quarantine. So, yeah, I thought that was cool that it kind of was inspired by there's like a beer chug quarantine thing out there. And I was like, us writers can do better than a beer chug quarantine. So I thought I would do the Virus Times and let all the writers show their stuff and do some stuff. I've done a couple of things on there for the the virus, but yeah. So I will see you guys later, and you have a great afternoon. Bye.